The boys from China have just dropped a little mid-season update. There's a couple of changes, so stick around and see what's new, but before then, enjoy the fireworks display. Chinese New Year is only just around the corner, so to celebrate the Year of the Snake, the boys from Ubisoft Shanghai have dressed up the White House and put on a bit of a fireworks display, which includes flying fish. A couple of new vanity sets were also added. On screen you can see the Sea Punk vanity set, and they also added a Frost Forest vanity set, which I think I've got some footage of. We'll have to have a look. Both vanity sets are very much a fit for the Chinese market, but they're not something I could easily see crossover into the main game. A new game mode was also added. It's called Red Dragon Hotel. It's pretty much set in the lobby for Grand Washington Hotel. They've done it up a little bit, spruced it up, got some flying fish in there as well, which is rather strange. And it's very much a horde mode, but we'll cover that in just a second, and I'll show you a load of gameplay of that. And the last thing that they added was a brand new set of mods for the legendary Sniper. Now, I covered this not very long ago when the legendary Sniper came out. It was only, well, I don't know, 6-7 weeks ago. I can't quite remember now. And the mods came out for that. They were on special offer at a time. They're about £120. They've gone back up in price now. I think they're over 200. But then they decided to bring another set of mods out for the same weapon. At roughly the same price, so it's going to cost you over £200, just generally to make the weapon a bit more semi-automatic. All I can say is Tencent just love fleecing those Chinese players. Money grabbing bastards.
Show me the money! Jerry, you better yell! Show me the money!
That brings us on to Red Dragon Hotel. So it's a horde mode. Keep going for as long as you possibly can. So what have you got to do? Basically kill as many enemies as you possibly can within a specified time. The number of enemies increases as you get along, and also they get stronger and stronger. In this mode, every time you kill a certain number of enemies, special events are triggered. Some are good, some are bad. You could get mortar striked, or you could get an RPM or a weapon damage buff. The more enemies you kill, the better rewards at the end. I would question that, because the rewards, to be honest with you, are pretty garbage, which is why I don't think a lot of the Chinese particularly like this mode. Now, I'll have a little look around the room first, but however, just so you know, there's two difficulties in here. There's normal and there's hard. Now, I would say both modes require a really good team. This is not something which is an easy activity. The NPCs are incredibly tanky, and I mean incredibly tanky. So unless you've got at least 1 or 2 guys in your group with this legendary Sniper and the negotiators build, you're pretty much stuffed, if I'm honest with you. And certainly if you're going to be playing the hard mode, you need basically a full squad of lads who have just completely maxed their credit cards out in this game to even stand a chance. So I'll flip into some footage of the mode in action, because that's what you want to see. You don't want to see me running around in here looking like a divvy. Yeah, I'm getting carried in here. I can hit like anywhere between really 5, 6, 7, 8 mil. I can hit 10 million crit headshots, and I'm getting carried in here. So that's how difficult and how tanky these guys are, and you do get overrun. What I'll do, I'll also show a little bit of footage from a sniper's point of view, which is pretty crazy, to be honest with you. Also, just keep an eye on the top left hand corner. You'll see the kill count there, and you'll also see the timer, which is pretty important. So on obviously this one we need to get to 100, we're on 25 at the minute, and it makes a massive difference having a sniper in your group, because they just killed everyone just like there, with the negotiator's striker build, which seems to be all the rage at this present moment. Sorry, not did I say striker? Striker's dog shit. The negotiator's a sniper build, which is what I meant to say. So yeah, if you don't have one in your group, for one or two, you're pretty much stuffed. There's just no way that you can do the amount of kills needed, in my opinion, in the time period that you need to do, because these NPCs get like super tanky. You'll go through phases where you'll get veterans, then you'll start getting some elites, and you'll get named enemies. Oh, you see on the screen here, there's a mortar strike. Yep, you see it. There's another one coming. I'm gonna like run into it and probably die. Yep, that's just knocked me. That's just procced my Guardian, which means if I don't kill 2 NPCs in the next 30 seconds, I'm dead. But I'm dead anyway, so that just solves that problem for me. When you do die, you can just respawn, unless you've got a revive harp, someone revives you, you've got to wait out the 30-second timer, but yeah, within the time period you can still come back alive. But you can see here, it's starting to get a little bit tasty. What we're on about 80 odd kills, getting close to 100. I can't remember what we did on this run, if I'm honest with you. I did quite a few runs. I actually got some good footage, and then I realised it wasn't recording, and I was like, oh, what a fucking idiot you are. So yeah, there's a debuff or a buff on the screen there. I think it might be an RPM buff or something. Right at the 100 now, we're going to start getting more and more elite NPCs, tanky as, and then after that we'll end up getting like named elites as well. So it gets pretty crazy, to be honest with you, and I think I die a lot. It's something I've got used to in this game, and certainly on stuff like this. You die a lot. These NPCs, they're really they don't care, you know. You can hit them as hard as you like, and they just well, from my point of view, they just laugh at me. But if you've got a decent sniper build, some of these guys generally just hit, well, they just hit big numbers, you know, they'll hit a couple 100 mil. With the new set of mods that just came out for the sniper, as much as I'm not a fan of what you have to pay for them, and that basically 10 cents are just completely taking the piss, it does make it a little bit easier, because you can pretty much spam that sniper rifle, with everything being like semi-automatic, and I've got a little bit of footage for that, so that'll be quite interesting. I'll just play that just in a minute, after I see what we do here. Instead of waiting for me to revive, let's just switch into the sniper footage. It's not my footage, because I don't like playing sniper, to be honest with you, and my aim is trash, even though it's an aimbot. And you can see the sort of damage numbers that these guys are doing, you know, 800 million, that's over 1 billion, 1.9 billion on some of them shots there. And that's what it takes to destroy a lot of these NPCs. And if you don't have one of these snipers in your group with the negotiators build, you're pretty much shafted. It looks like Ilya's got the he's got the semi-automatic mods on his rifle. I'll leave his I'll leave his YouTube channel link in the description below, and also the link to this video, so you can watch this run in full from a sniper's point of view. It's pretty interesting, and you can really see like the incredible numbers that these guys do. It is really really crazy. But say you don't have one of these in your group, or if actually chances are if you don't have 2 or 3 of these in your group, you pretty much don't stand a chance in this mode whatsoever. They're just impossible to kill fast enough. The timer just catches up with you, and they just get so incredibly tanky. You just need so much damage. If we flip back into my footage, you can see I'm dead on the ground again. I'm doing a pretty good job. As you can see, I've obviously dropped my wallet, and I'm trying to find it. But yeah, it just like it is tough, especially when you've got all these elite named enemies just coming at you, literally just running straight at you. It is pretty crazy. You just can't. It's just impossible to gun them down fast enough. It really is. But yeah, so that's Red Dragon Hotel. I suppose it is what it is, you know. Some people might like it, some people won't. I don't find it particularly enthralling, but I suppose if you've got a high-powered group, it may be something where it's a bit of a challenge, where you can see, or just challenge yourself to see how far you can actually get. I don't think there's any sort of like leaderboard or anything for it. From a rewards perspective, it's basically gear sets and modules, and to be fair, the amount that drops, pretty garbage. I think I've already said that, and I think the Chinese think exactly the same as well. So Whether it's got any legs, this game mode, I really don't know. I think it's really only just for the Chinese New Year, so it'll be here for until the end of this current season, and then we might not see it again. But then again, when they brought Red Dragon Block out, they brought that back quite a few times, so it wouldn't surprise me whether this comes back again, or maybe even they run it alongside each other, which will be interesting to see. I suppose the more content that you've got to do in the game, the better it is. But other than that, guys, that's it from me. So, bye bye now.